Guys, here's another crypto update from Kevin Cage. Let's get started. Because of all the storm damage, painting, priming, sanding, and other cabin work at work, I haven't been making many films this month. Well, let's make this video. I will return on Monday if I don't make a video tomorrow. We share with Generation Infinity. Pilot CXC Network is now a part of the MiCA Alliance. It's wonderful to see. I suppose we could have anticipated this some time ago. Together with Hedera, Ripple, Aptos Network, and now XDC, they are promoting the adoption of regulated DLT throughout the European Union. Therefore, markets and crypto assets regulation is what this MiCA or MiCA compliance stands for. In essence, the European Union has a regulatory framework for cryptocurrency market regulations. I didn't mean to rhyme, but this is fantastic for XDC. Also, make sure to check out Jennifer Domo, working with organizations on blockchain use in highly regulated contexts like trade finance and RWA tokenization. XTC brings a practical perspective. We have a fantastic thread by Austin King over at Omni, so we're going to dig right into stable currencies next. Before we get started, I wanted to review this article that Rath Economen shared about XRP and the US dollar's ripple effect. He advises us to keep in mind that XRP is a digital asset that cannot be reclaimed. Clawback capability may be present in other coins issued on the XRP ledger, but it is not required. For instance, in order to comply with rules, the US dollar's Ripple needs clawback functionality, whereas XRP does not. In case you're unaware, a clawback is exactly what it sounds like. It is the capability of an issuer, typically a business or organization, to take tokens back from a user's wallet, reverse them, or freeze them. If there are stolen funds that need to be frozen for AML KYC, this is typically employed in regulated finance to prevent fraud even after the tokens have been issued or delivered. It's crucial to understand that, similar to many other institutional assets created on the XRP ledger, the Ripple US dollar, which is the Ripple stablecoin, has clawback capabilities. Regulators also need this feature for compliance, although XRP does not have that requirement. Even if Rath asserts that XRP cannot be recovered, a lot of ridiculous nonsense results from this. Thus, the native token of the XRP ledger is XRP itself. Because XRP is completely decentralized and impervious to censorship, once you possess it, no one can take it away from you or undo the transaction. Therefore, it is false to believe any Bitcoin maxi that claims to be able to reverse or recover XRP. Thus, the XRP ledger contains both XRP and the US dollar Ripple. XRP is the native digital asset that cannot be reclaimed, and the Ripple US dollar is the stable coin that complies with MiCA. Let's get started on this excellent topic by Austin King. Although many people may not be interested in stable coins, it is significant, particularly given its connection to traditional finance, if you realize that it can spur adoption of the layer 1 networks, such as the XRP ledger, Ethereum, and so on. Accordingly, Austin King used stablecoins that match Visa to transfer more than $15.60 trillion in 2024. It is what Look On Chain shared, and they are sourcing ARK Invest. Thus, $15.6 trillion 0 cents in 2024, or 119% of Visa's total. As we may see below, 2019 through 2024 are represented by the purple Visa, and stable currencies by the light blue color. Thus, stable coins overtook Visa in 2024. The transaction value is shown in this chart in trillions of dollars of stable coins, as opposed to more conventional payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. In 2024, there were 5.46 trillion USDT or Tether transactions on the Tron network. Therefore, I believe that this is a clear indication of the tendency. We are right there when we look at the value of transactions passing through stablecoins in 2019. We continued to expand that small blue bar. Then, in 2022, we began to stagnate. During trillion in the upcoming years. Everything is increasing when comparing the growth year over year and the monthly active addresses. Furthermore, we are aware that stablecoins serve as a link between DeFi and conventional finance. Additionally, that money may enter layer 1 networks or crypto rails. We therefore hope that the emergence of stablecoins will ultimately lead to a wider usage of public blockchains. Institutions will probably continue to attempt to develop more private walled garden blockchains, even with CBDCs. I don't want CBDCs. And they may even push stablecoins to the side. However, the field is essentially maturing, and in order for these open networks to be adopted, they must demonstrate compliance and scalability. So let's just consider it this way before we go on to the next. position. We also learned from the writers that Nvidia plans to build $500 billion or up to $500 billion 0 cents worth of AI servers in the US over the course of 4 years. I believe that billions of dollars will still be invested in AI, even though this headline may be a bit overblown. Even though it was a month ago, this still is relevant to the cryptocurrency industry. He had, through a recent collaboration with WorldPay, Binance now accepts Google Pay and Apple Pay. With their linked cards, consumers may instantly buy cryptocurrency using Google Pay and Apple Pay. We upgraded a number of Hedera smart contracts this year. Possess, HIP, 755 and 716, improve state management, improve performance, reduce gas consumption, programmable wallets, gasless transactions, and user-friendly dApps are the main goals of these changes. Hedera is being positioned as more developer-friendly AI